Okay, y'all, we got this Southern Crockpot beef stew recipe. You're gonna love it. So I got about 2 pounds of beef cubes, and I'm gonna also throw in some of this salt along with some black pepper. We're gonna season it up good with some onion powder, and I'm also gonna toss in some garlic powder. And we're gonna mix this baby up and get our hands all up in this to make sure that the seasonings are glued to the meat. Now, what we're gonna do is we got some olive oil, and use any kind of skillet that you want. And then go ahead and make sure that you lube that pan up real good, because we want to take our beef tips and brown them on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fully cook this because we're gonna also toss it into the crock pot, so don't have to worry about it. Now, you could either brown it or you don't have to brown it, all right? So if you, when you finish browning up your meat, the next thing you could do is just move it to the side, because I had to cook mine in batches. Now, since my meat is already brown, I wanna go ahead and toss it into the crock pot insert. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to Flavor Town, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and try to flavor up this here crock pot, because you know the crock pot don't do anything, no justice for seasoning. So I got me some cubed potatoes going in, and I got me some sliced up carrots going in with this, and then I'm also gonna put in some sliced up celery. Along with that, I got me a large onion that I sliced as well, okay? And with this, I'm using no measurements, y'all. Trust me. But it's still going to be good. Let your ancestors guide you. Trust me. So I got 1 tablespoon of this here jarred minced garlic. If you want to go fresh, go fresh. Can't nobody stop you. And I'm going to use 1 container of this beef broth. Now I want to go in and toss about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then I'm going to toss in a few sprigs of this here Worcestershire sauce, that W sauce. Gonna give this thing some good flavor, y'all. Now I got some of this Dale seasoning and marinade. Y'all got to try this. I'm telling you, it's good. I want to put in at least around about a good 1 to 2 tablespoons, but it's so good, y'all. Y'all got to try this for real. Then I want to also throw in some paprika. And I'm also gonna throw in some thyme leaves, some dried thyme leaves, along with some rosemary garlic. This that Tone's rosemary and garlic seasoning. And with that, I wanna also toss in 1 bay leaf. And we want to give this baby a nice little mix. Now I want you to add a pack of this here beefy onion Lipton onion soup mix. I'm telling you, y'all, we're gonna need a lot of flavor since we cooking up in this here crock pot. For those of y'all who cook in crock pots, you should already know that it's hard to season up your food. Now, I didn't add salt to this because I wanted to add salt at the end. So I'm gonna toss in, I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer. I got it on high and I want it at 4 hours and 20 minutes. I'm setting it for 4 hours and 20 minutes. Now, once you got your crock pot set, go ahead and put a lid on it, all right? Now, one thing that I'm gonna add to this, y'all, is some diced tomatoes. You could use your flavored tomatoes, whatever the case may be, it'll be good. So I let this cook for at least around about 420, and I apologize, y'all. I didn't show you how I added the slurry to this. This is like 4 tablespoons, about 2/3 cups of flour, and I ended up adding water to that just to thin it out a little bit, and I added it to the pot, to the crock pot. Now I'm gonna let this crock pot cook for about 20 minutes so that that gravy can thicken up. As you can see, it thicken up already. Now I'm gonna add peas to this. I got frozen peas, all right? and I don't have measurement for frozen peas, so I'm just throwing it in the crock pot. I want to let this cook for the last 10 minutes. After the last 10 minutes, then we can go ahead and serve this baby up. And I'm telling you right now, it smells so good up in this here, y'all. But here's a little tip for you. If you want to go ahead and put your crock pot insert in the oven, after you finish cooking it, and I'm telling you, you will thank me later. You would thank me later. But try this recipe and I guarantee you're gonna like it. Let's plate up, y'all. Let's plate up right now. I'm hungry. So I got this over a bed of rice, seasoned rice. And I just want enough gravy to soak up that rice, y'all. How many of y'all pretty much cook crock pot stew beef? If so, what ingredients do you add to your crock pot stew beef? Share with me below, y'all. And I'm telling you, the first bite, my goodness, it was unbelievable. The first bite was unbelievable, y'all, and it was tasting so good. Y'all better get up in here and cook this thing on a Sunday or a Wednesday or Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's. I don't care when you cook it. You need to get up in there and cook it, y'all. Now, what I want you guys to see now is how tender these potatoes was holding up in that there crock pot. How they still held the integrity, where they didn't be mushy. This is why I cut them up in that particular size, so that they wouldn't be mushy and fall apart while cooking in the crock pot for about 4 hours and 20 minutes, along with the carrots as well, y'all. So I'm showing y'all how you can actually have some good food coming up out of there. But look, do me a favor, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you want to see later. Love and not hate. Peace.